You're watching The Capitolist, and I am still Brian Burgess, and Howard, my producer, and we have 29 days to go. Can you believe it? I know, right? I'm geeked. I always look forward to Sine Die. It's coming up. But we have 4 weeks to go. 29 days left in legislative session. And for those of you who are watching this, like my parents,
right,
there's a Latin term called Sine Die.
Sine Die?
That's the day everybody that works in this sort of process really looks forward to. It's the day that they drop 2 hankies and a lot of ceremonial stuff, but it's the day that the legislative session ends.
Goodbye.
Sine Die.
Sine Die.
That's what we look forward to, the
Yes.
end. But what that also means is there's only 4 weeks left to spend $85 billion.
$85 billion. I'm open to help, by the way. If anybody needs help on where to put that money, I can tell you.
It explains a lot about why people in Tallahassee around this time of year start to get a little bit antsy, a little bit grouchy.
Right.
There's a lot of fighting going on.
Yeah.
$85 billion. For example, one of the things that this House and the Senate are going to negotiate over, which means fight in nicer terms, is affordable housing trust fund.
Right.
Sweep.
Sure. Yep.
There's like a $300 and something million in the trust fund, and the House, I think, is proposing to sweep a good chunk of that out of there and use it for other things. This is an account where, like, if you buy a house or whatever, a certain percentage of that sale goes into this trust fund to help pay for affordable housing. So I think it's been in place for 25 years. Just about every year they sweep some chunk of it out and use it for other purposes, but it's always a fight.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. That's just one of the many areas of fighting, and it explains why our friends Chris and Katie kind of have a lot of pressure on them this time of year.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And I think later we're going to talk to them about where we're not matched up in terms of the Senate, the House, and the budget, and see where we're going to see the most friction in these last few weeks.
There's going to be some friction. There always is.
There always is. It's just you got to match it all up. From what I understand, the bottom line is the same. It's just where they're going to spend.
Yeah, there's
in between, that is not.
There's going to be some negotiation. They have what's
fighting.
called the conferences, and the conferences meet and they sort of negotiate. Okay, well, we'll meet you halfway. Then they have to send the bills back and forth. And
big dorks like you like to watch that, though. You like to pay attention and see where's who and what's what and all that.
I'm more of a big picture guy.
Yeah, I just like to listen to you talk about it.
So last week, one of the things that Katie brought up, speaking of her, was Representative Broder.
She picked him as a winner.
She picked him as a winner, right? I think we figured out why. Why she picked him.
Well,
we figured it out.
He froze the Department of Health in terms of their salaries.
To do that.
Right, okay.
He threatened to freeze their salaries if they didn't figure out what to do on medical cannabis, which is,
medical marijuana.
Medical marijuana debate. He said, we're just going to not pay you if you guys can't figure this thing out.
Don't drag your feet.
We know why they're dragging their feet.
Oh, do we?
Yeah,
I'm already laughing. I don't know why.
We have footage. We've got footage of what it was that maybe caused them to say this. Roll it, Sam. Can you roll that?
Oh. We're here. Oh, come on,
I would just like to point out for the record, no, we don't have footage.
That's real footage.
That's not real footage.
That's actual footage of a Department of Health van.
Oh my goodness.
No, we caught that on the street. Sam and I were out there doing another one of our busted segments, and that's what it was.
That's what you came across?
That's what we found.
That is pretty funny, though.
Those guys were getting out.
It would explain
going back
a lot.
to work after lunch.
It would explain a lot.
They're not getting anything done over there. Now we know why.
It's nap time.
Representative Broder is right to cut their pay if that's really what's going on.
I just need to cover us here. That's not what's going on.
You're not my lawyer.
I don't want to be in the lawsuit, though.
All right.
Right.
Another big topic we're going to talk about is the big debate between...
Big debate.
Yeah.
Richard Corcoran and
Richard
Andrew Gillum.
Corcoran and Andrew Gillum. Now, I'm not saying I'm backing Corcoran in the governor's race, but in this debate, Corcoran's my guy all the way.
You think so?
He's gonna clean Gillum's clock.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to clean Gillum's clock. I think Andrew's going to stand up and fight for this. He's very passionate about it.
Of course he will, but he's just wrong.
But see, it doesn't matter. It's a debate. This is opinion. There is no right or wrong.
I can't wait
We're
to
talking
hear
this
what
out.
justification Mayor Gillum gives for wanting Tallahassee, I guess, to be a sanctuary city for,
and to have them throughout the state,
illegal immigrants.
And to have them throughout the state of Florida.
It's just not a winning position to start with.
So here's my thing about that, though. Again, we can debate it, but Richard Corcoran and Andrew Gillum are going to. Here's the only thing I would suggest right now. This country is made up of people who once upon a time were illegal aliens.
We'll come back to this.
Is it a fact? Yes or no? Is it a fact?
We're going to
yes
come back
or no?
to this at the end of the show.
Is it a fact?
In a minute.
Yes or no? Yes.
In a minute. Yes, I love being right always. Anyway, we're going to come back. First, we're going to talk to Chris Dudley and Katie Webb, our resident experts, on exactly what's happening within the legislature this time of year and pick their winners and not losers. We don't do the losers
We don't
here.
do losers
We only
here.
do winners.
Only winners.
Right, only winners on our show.
That's right.
And we'll talk about that and a few other things right when we come back after this message.